Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Dave with Nelson Creek Farms, welcoming you to the first episode of what we hope becomes a long-running tradition here on the channel of offering midweek tips, tricks, and other ideas on homesteading and being prepared. Because certainly times are going to get tough and worse than they are now. And if you've been living under a rock and you haven't heard, yeah, we're in for a ride. So anyway, the first topic up today is the little old-fashioned incandescent light bulb and what the 2007 Energy and Independence Act means to you and yours and your future. So what's got my interest peaked with light bulbs today to present you folks with a tip? Well, it's more of a PSA, because the old infrared light bulbs that you used to generate a little bit of heat for, say, brooders for chickens, is what got all this started. Somebody had asked me why I don't have chickens on the farm. Well, there's several reasons, and that's not the topic of today's video. Today's topic is this thing right here. Got me to thinking about light bulbs. Now that everybody is on this energy efficient kick and we're all going to LED, which is light emitting diodes, so don't come up to me and ask me for a LED light bulb. It's LED. LED stands for light emitting diode. Okay, diodes have been around forever. They were in your transistor radios that you had back in the 60s, 70s, and maybe even 80s. Hanging from a bedpost on a little strap, you could turn it on and listen to music as you fell asleep, and the next morning your battery would be dead. Okay, same kind of setup. Basically, what that Energy and Independence Act did was require all manufacturers of the old incandescent light bulbs, these little round white things, to stop making these, okay, by a certain date. And that's why we have so many LED light bulbs on the market right now. So Dave, what does that have to do with raising baby chickens and the good old infrared heat lamp? Well, the problem is manufacturers have stopped making incandescent bulbs to comply with this Energy and Independence Act that was signed in 2007. So you cannot get incandescent bulbs anymore, which include these. The only thing you can get are LEDs, or I don't even think you can get fluorescents anymore. So yeah, basically we're all screwed and stuck and having to use LEDs. Now LEDs have a few drawbacks. One, they're pricey to purchase. Two, a lot of you don't know it, but they flicker. We usually can't see them with our naked eye oscillating and they're flickering. But on occasion, some people can. Now, the first time I ever noticed it, I was sitting behind a Cadillac. It had two little LED strips running down each tail light, and I was glancing from one side of the street to the other. It was at night. Lights were on, and I was checking traffic before I proceeded out from the stoplight I was at with this caddy in front of me. I noticed that flickering. Well, that flickering is an irritant to our eyes. So if you're in an office building or sitting at home in front of your desk watching this on a computer or whatever, and you have an LED around you and your eyes feel dry, itchy, watery, and whatnot, that's part of the reason why it is an irritant, that constant flickering of the LED light bulbs that we humans normally can't see. Now, for the other drawback that is more pertinent to today's topic, LEDs don't put out heat, or very little heat. They might get warm, but that's just because of the electrical circuitry inside the bulb fixture itself. There is no resistance like the little curlicue tungsten that glows red or white in an old light bulb. That generated a ton of heat because of the electrical resistance trying to get through that. Okay, here's where the catch is. The old-fashioned red or clear even incandescent heat lamps are incandescent. They're illegal now to be made unless there is some sort of specific way around it, bypass loophole, if you will, for manufacturers to keep manufacturing these old red heat lamps. Now, part of this whole Energy and Independence Act was the requirement that all incandescent light bulbs and halogen light bulbs, which generate a ton more heat than incandescents and use less power, all of those types of bulbs, and I believe the fluorescents, all have to be destroyed by July 31st, 2023, and no longer sold by anyone, distributor, wholesaler, whatever, after August 1st. So the big box store that I work at in town is loaded with incandescent light bulbs of various types, shapes, and forms, including the red heat lamp. So guess what we're going to be doing on July 31st? Every incandescent bulb gets smashed. Yes, they have to be destroyed. The stores that have these in stock have to write them off. Now then, for me to have a brooding box or pen or cage, whatever you want to call it, here at the farm, to raise baby chicks up into laying hens, I have to have a few of these. So I bought a couple yesterday at the in-town job. And because all of those have to be destroyed or pulled off the shelves no later than the 31st of July, and or destroyed and or make them useless to be purchased by the 1st of August, I'm stocking up now, because next year we plan on having some chickens here at the farm. So this PSA is for all of you out there that are concerned about where you're going to get your light bulbs at, okay, that don't like the LEDs, don't want to pay the price for an LED. Right now, a lot of the stores out there are clearing out their incandescent light bulbs. I have some that are $5 for a box of 16, a case of 16 light bulbs for $5. I'm not promoting the store I work at. I'm not, trying to tell you to go to your local box store and buy it. Go to your local hardware store or wherever and see if you can't find a good deal on incandescent light bulbs before they're gone. Now again, in that Energy and Independence Act of 2007, there may be loopholes making it still possible to get like heat lamps and specialty bulbs that are the only way you can do what you need to do with them is have an incandescent bulb. Now here's another little problem. Remember the old lava lamps used to stand about yay high? You turn on a light down in the base, the light would warm up the goo in the middle and it would start circulating around. Yeah, LEDs don't work in those. They don't generate enough heat to melt the stuff to make it circulate. You gotta have an incandescent bulb in it. So if you love a lava lamp, you better go see if you can find some light bulbs to work in that thing and stock up for the next 20 years. Now, some preppers and conspiracy theorists in particular are going to be all up in your face telling you that an LED light bulb has electronics in it. Well, it does. But they'll also tell you those electronics are able to eavesdrop on you, basically like a old bug that an espionage outfit would put in an office somewhere to listen in on what the competition's doing. Whether or not that's possible, don't know. Could it be possible? Very likely. Could our government have already requested that to be done? Well, we don't talk politics much here on the show, and here at the farm in particular, but wouldn't surprise me any. Anyway, I hope this little homesteading tip about light bulbs and heat lamps and whatever else is helpful for you. And if you have any questions, for heaven's sakes, please write down below there in the comment section. Leave me a comment. I do reply to all the comments that have been put out there. And yeah, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Let me know what you think of this new venture we're doing here at the farm in regards to these little midweek videos on homesteading and prep work type of thing and that sort of thing. So yeah, let me know. And as always, if you would, right down there, please click on that big red subscribe button there at the bottom of the screen there and subscribe to the channel. Means a lot. Anyway, I'm Farmer Dave, wishing you all well, and don't forget to get out and buy you some incandescent light bulbs ASAP. Anyway, we'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye for now.